The Denver Broncos are playing the Baltimore Ravens tomorrow morning, and unfortunately, the team will be without two starters in uniform.
Deion Sanders would definitely be that guy. And what we know now is where that contract has started for Deion Sanders. His sources have confirmed to me that the contract starts at least $5 million, and it could go up from there. Coach, your team started off in the first quarter on the first drive, was able to drive down in the field goal, had a little bit of some hiccups from there. What would you like to see from your team soon?
No, just consistency.
The Avs' four-game East Coast road trip made a stop in Boston. Now, there's only one problem for the good guys. The Boston Bruins haven't lost a home game this year.
One of the biggest questions for Washington State will be what will happen to them next year. As you know, Washington State and Oregon State are the only two teams left in what was the Pac-12. The hope here is that fans will celebrate a possible Stanley Cup championship tonight like they did when the Broncos won the Super Bowl back in Super Bowl 50 in 2015, and not like when the Avs first won the Stanley Cup in 1996. Your team's up by 26, but you left a lot of points on the board right now. What are you looking for in the fourth quarter?
Well, I think one of the biggest things we worked on in the offseason was finishing in the fourth quarter.
His team is 1 or 2 plays away from making things happen on the field right now. So we'll see what type of adjustments he made at halftime going into the second half.
Coaches always get on their players when they make a mistake. But what happens to the head coach when they go and slip up? Well, here's the answer. You got to go and do some push-ups. Penn State head coach James Franklin was called for an unsportsmanlike penalty, and that's a 15-yard penalty. So guess what? He did 50 push-ups on the sideline. Just look at him go.
This is a team that lost 11 games, won at 11 last year, and they look terrible doing it. So to see them go on the road to TCU and get a huge W just puts nothing but a huge smile on my face. Hey, if you have tickets to get to the game today, make sure you're in your seats at 4:45. That's when all the celebration inside will go. But if you're outside, make sure that you're able to shoot some threes. Oh, buddy! And you can make it just like that too, baby. Brian, we're gonna have fun, baby. That's what we're gonna do, just like the Nuggets did last year. Winning championships, baby. Let's go.
Today was Championship Saturday in high school football, and the best in the state played for the title at Mile High. Now we're going to start in the 4A championship game as Loveland looking to pull off the upset against the Broomfield Eagles. And the Eagles, they just stuck to the run game. Senior tailback Kenan Juarez off the right side got himself into the end zone. Broomfield up early, and then later on in the second quarter, Cole LaCrue, the Wisconsin commit, takes it to the house, and that will be all that Broomfield would need as Juarez was named the game's most outstanding player, and Broomfield, they take home their first state title since 1984. In the 5A game, Dave Logan and the Cherry Creek Bruins, they were looking to win their 4th straight title, but Valor Christian, they had other ideas. Greg McDonald follows all the big guys, and I mean all the big ones up there, okay? Gets into the end zone, led 7-3 at half, but they had Cherry Creek storm back. Carlson Tan takes it into the end zone. Bruins back on top by 3. And then check out this trick play. Blake Purchase, he gets the handoff, just crouches behind the line, and then finds himself into the end zone. And that's all that the Cherry Creek Bruins would need as they become the first football team in state history to win 4 consecutive state titles, beating Valor Christian 24-17. It was a room filled with electricity. Deion Sanders, better known as Coach Prime, was introduced as the newest head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes football team. Before the NFL legend spoke, he held up his black and gold number 21 jersey with the words Coach Prime on the back. Then he got to business. Sanders describes himself as an old-school coach that is going to create a winning mentality.
When you get in that stadium, you better get in there early because time kickoff consumes. Baby, we're coming.
CU Buffs athletic director Rick George had been on the coaching search for over 2 months. He said there was a highly number of qualified and impressive candidates, but none had the ability to not only energize the fan base, but also lead the Buffs back on the national map like Coach Prime. Coach Sanders also introduced his family, including his son Shedeur Sanders, who he announced would be the Buffs starting quarterback.
Where's Shedeur? Shedeur? And this is your quarterback, right?
Now, Deion said his son Shedeur will have to earn the starting job, but before both could get to work in Boulder, there's still business to take care of at Jackson State as the Tigers will play in the Celebration Bowl in 2 weeks. And if you're wondering just how Deion can be able to be a coach at Colorado and also at Jackson State, he said, don't worry, he's used to multitasking. In Boulder, Justin Adams, CBS 4 Sports.